אז התכוונו לשחרר את הסטודנטים מהרגלים מוסכמות, לעצב את העיצוב, שיהיה עיצוב יצירתי.
So very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I read about your family. They didn't think good things about movies. How your father and your study in architecture influenced your movies?
But she said only 10 minutes. Now we have to spend 1 hour. No, I think that I like a lot what my father and the people of his generation did in architecture, as I mentioned before, because it is also a reflection about the relation between form and context. So it's not only a question of form, and it's not only context. I think that the good work of art are always have to walk on 2 feet. 1 feet is the question of the thematic, the subject, what we want to say, the narrative, that's it. The other aspect is the formal aspect. I think that normally we have too much works which are only formal, so they don't say much. We're more and more in the art world, also in cinema, formal gesture. And sometimes we have only works which are only dealing with a meaning. So, and I think this is also a problem. So I think that you have to create a relation between form and content.
הרבה אנשים היו אומרים לאשתי, איך את חיה עם ערבי?
אבל היא לא הקשיבה להם.
נכון, לא הקשיבו להם.
איך הם הסתדרו? כולם רבים על האדמה הזאת, בשביל מה? בשביל מה? זה לא של אף אחד הרי. זה שלו.
קראנו לה בקיצור. אנה רביע.
I hope you won this Golden Lion. This relationship between form and content and about the sound. This sound of nature, firstly I think it was a consequence of the long take. And then I think that it was something deep, like an ancestral memories. I want to ask you about this sound, and even about the conclusion of the movies when the camera go up in the sky.
I mean, you described it so well, what can I say? and next time I think you should be the president of the jury. No, you know, Ana Arabia, you know, I'm never making interpretation of the work. You know, I can give some keys, like I was doing also tonight about Lullaby to My Father, but I'm not into interpretation because it's about my relation to the spectator. Myself, I like to be a spectator of like an interpreter, not like a consumer. So you made the interpretation about why the camera goes up. You know, we the filmmaker, we have a lot of opportunities to intervene. We choose the camera, we choose the cast, we choose where to shoot, we choose the rhythm, we choose the music, we choose a lot of things. Now the work is done. And when the work is done, you are on equal ground with me. So your meaning are as relevant as mine. There is no right and wrong. Why? Because I'll explain to you why, because I really believe it. I'm not just saying it to please you. Because I think that some of what I do in my films is analytical, it's rational, but some is intuitive. And I prefer that it's like that, because if I work in an intuitive way, it's coming from my subconscious, from my undefined ideas and so on. And there, I did it because I wanted to do it, which is for me a reason, you know. But you can make the interpretation.
Which is the difference to direct a new actor or Hollywoodian actor like Natalie Portman for you? Which is the difference?
It is different because when you work with non-actors or unexperienced actor, you have to give them the confidence to play and to try to articulate with them what is inside them, maybe that they don't see, but you can have an idea of what they have inside, and you have to help them to facilitate them to express it. When you work with, I work with Juliette Binoche, Natalie Portman, Jean Moreau, Anna Shibula, Barbara Hendricks, etc. So when you work with these actresses, sometimes your work is almost the opposite. You have to facilitate and help them to do something that they have not done. Because otherwise we are too much into recycling what we have done.
Your father thought that the work can improve by architecture, and so you think that throughout art the change can be improved?
I think so. I think that art, is not something which you can change the reality directly, because the artists don't have real power, and we don't wish to have real power. We have only symbolic power. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, we become politicians, and when the artists become politicians, they lose the position of the artist. So I think that we should be very satisfied by having symbolic power. But symbolic power is important because it is about ideas, and ideas also move the world also, not just money and machine guns, but also ideas. So we should stay with the ideas.